Hi there, it's Jo here, back with another pick a card reading. This pick a card reading is messages from your ancestors. So all the things that the ancestors who are lovingly supporting you and who are around you would like you to know at the moment. And this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when you come to this reading. It could be at the time of filming, or it might not be. And so if you're new to pick a card readings, we don't have any cards down yet, but you can see 4 objects. We have pile number 1, which we have this little bracelet that says smile, and I'll bring it a little bit closer to the camera. So smile, if that's drawing your attention. We have this beautiful little shell that I've collected a long time ago and that I found again recently. We have the beautiful orange carnelian, Merkabah. So if that one is calling you, I just dropped it a minute ago. And we have the beautiful little teddy bear. So if that is calling your energy, that is the pile that you want to select. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. See which one is, well, I've got all sorts of things happening outside here. See which one is calling you today. It may be that you're being drawn to 2. If that's the case, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. And listen to both. There'll be timestamps in the comment box and the description box, so you can go there and it'll take you straight to your reading. If you like pick a card readings, subscribe to the channel for more weekly pick a card readings, and go ahead and find your reading in the timestamps below. And if you picked the first pile, the beautiful smile bracelet, your ancestors are asking you to have, smile. So as you're listening to this reading, that's one of the first messages. The next message that they want me to give you is for you to have courage. And that's just a simple, I channeled a word for each pile that was separate to the actual reading. So let's see where that takes us in this reading. But we'll remember that these 2 messages that are coming straight from the mouths of your ancestors are courage and smile. So first up, we're looking at 2 reversed cards, and we have worry and regret. And so I feel like there's quite a lot of heavy energy around you at the moment, and your ancestors want to acknowledge that you've been doing a lot of worrying, and that you're possibly regretting some of your actions towards a certain person or situation. And they want you to know that worrying is simply wasted energy. So if we turn worry up the other way, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So we want to move into this mind frame here, because worry certainly doesn't help any situations. And regret, I know that I cannot change the past. Again, so both of these, what your ancestors want you to know at the moment is that you're wasting energy on things that won't change any outcomes, that only are lowering your vibration and making you feel crap. So they want you to know straight up that your way of dealing with this situation, whatever it is that you're focusing on, they want you to know there are better ways for you to handle it. So we want to move straight into vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. Now, as you can see here, we've got a lot of reds and oranges, and the regret card is also reds and oranges, and we've got similar colours here. We've got quite a lot of similar colours, and then purple colours. So a lot of spiritual energy, but also a lot of base and sacral chakra energy coming in for you, and green for healing, so that's great. But your ancestors want you to know that whatever this experience is, whatever this situation is with a person, or whatever whether the situation or this person, that this is not something that... So this is the ending of this situation. And part of the ending is for you to understand the lesson that was in this situation, whether it was with a person or a situation. So what I'm saying situation, it could be a career, work. It feels very much career or work. or a personal relationship with somebody, whether that be romantic or friendship, whatever. But nothing is wasted. This is a 63, which is a 9, so it's a completion. So this, what I feel for you at the moment is your ancestors want you to know that you need to have courage around this situation, and you need to bring in your most beautiful smile, because whatever this situation or this relationship that is coming to an end for you, it was meant to happen. You were meant to learn a lesson from it. And you've been told by Coyote Spirit to trust in divine detours. And today, when I was coming into this reading, I actually asked Coyote Spirit, without seeing these cards, to join me in this reading. So that's really significant for me as well as you. So perhaps I need to pay attention to this reading as well. So Coyote Spirit is all about trusting in divine detours, and perhaps you don't feel like whatever this situation or relationship. So I'm seeing it's very divided. There's two lots of people here. One lot of you are looking at this from a relationship perspective, and it's a situation with someone very particularly. And then the other side of this, the other sort of half of you, is dealing with a situation, and I feel it's very much around work, career, something that you do in the world is the way that I'm being told. And your ancestors want you to know that it wasn't a waste of time. It was definitely not a waste of time. Trust in divine detours, because they lead us where we need to go. And Peacock Spirit, I love this card for you. It is about letting everything shine. It is about, and all of these, like we've got two cards here that have both got the crowns on your head. So I feel like for you, you're really coming into your own power and your own, the peacock. It's all about strutting your stuff, about feeling confident about who you are. And it's coming from a very heart space. Like, I don't know if that's where the heart of a peacock is, but for me, that's signifying this heart opening, heart softening, and heart healing. And so a smile is a really good way to energetically release tension from our body. Now I'm going to bring in a few more cards here for you. And the first two cards that I'm bringing in are, let's see if we can fit them in, we'll move things a little bit closer. And so these are messages from your ancestors, and I'm going to go here to the violet nightshade, because this is all about power, just as we were talking about here with the peacock. Again, we've got the spiritual colors happening, same as with the worry over there. So I feel like this is definitely you coming into your power. Whatever this situation or event or relationship, it was definitely necessary for you. And I feel like your ancestors want you to know that if it didn't happen, you couldn't continue on your path. And what I mean by that is that your path, you would have had another experience. So it's time to learn from this experience and have courage and grow from it, rather than berating yourself and thinking you made the wrong decision by going into this relationship, going into this workplace, or whatever it is situation. And this card here is about healing, and there's a lot of softness coming in here for you. And I feel that there's a lot of mental clarity coming in. So I feel like your ancestors want you to know that I'm feeling that sort of real eucalyptus clearing of the mind, clearing of the sinuses, really head sort of clearing. And I feel that's really quite important for you. So perhaps if you are watching this reading and you are feeling a little bit stagnant around your nose and your head in your ways of thinking, for you to be healing would be lovely eucalyptus type scents, and to work with those. I feel like that would be really helpful to clear out a lot of stagnant energy in that area for you. So now we have two more cards coming in for you, and this one is truth and integrity, summer and turquoise. So here for you, I'm really, being drawn to the blue being, and it feels very much like your ancient star family is coming to you and want you to know that your truth and integrity is a thing in this lifetime that puts you apart from others. And when you have a situation or an event or a relationship that doesn't work out how you want it to, they don't want you to see what other people do and fall into those traps. They want you to know that you have a greater truth and integrity about you, and they want you to work within your highest, the words aren't really coming here, but I know exactly what they're saying, but it's about working to your highest ethics and not being swayed by people around you who might say, oh, you want some revenge, you want whatever it is, you want to save face in this situation. It's not about that. That's actually going to give your power away, because your power is your truth and your integrity in this situation. Just move that over there a little bit. And reminder to smile. And here we have another beautiful card for you, and this is your I am presence. And this fits in with that last message so very, very well. And I see that there's a lot of blue here, so there's a lot of communication coming in for you, whether this is you talking to your mighty I am presence. This is you coming from your mighty I am presence and communicating from that presence, rather than going into the depths of your 3D self. So now we've got 2 more cards for you coming from the Druids cards that I have, which I really love. And these are the Restorers. I'll bring it in close and I'll turn it up that way. So the Restorers, when it's upright, is all about, the female healer using all her knowledge and ability, her skills, looking out on the world, and she's feeling very at home and she knows what she's doing. And for you today, this is showing up in the reverse position. So I feel like at the moment you're a little bit out of balance, and there is this tendency, or your ancestors want you to know that you're a bit out of balance, and that at the moment you're forgetting a lot of your truth and your integrity. You're allowing others to influence too many of your thoughts and the way that you would handle this if you were in your own power and not listening to other people. I feel like you're really listening to others too much. And wheat. So this is the last card for you today. And I feel like here it's showing you, and it is in the upright position, it's showing you what you can make of a situation. It's showing you that, sometimes you have to cut through things to find what you're looking for. Now, there's a lot of beautiful yellow in this card, so there's a lot of joy linking back up to your truth and integrity. And again, yellow is all about the mind. So we really want to make sure that you're feeling grounded and centered, and really understand that your mind can be your friend, but it also can be your worst enemy at times. Your ancestors want you to know that sometimes you have to, cut through a whole lot of crap before you can find the things you want to keep. And there's a saying about the wheat and the chaff, but I actually don't know how it goes. But basically it's about what you want to keep from a situation. And your ancestors want you to know that there is a lot to learn from this relationship or situation that is key for your growth. They want you to smile and know that this situation was meant. You knew about it before you came here. To have courage, which is what I wrote for you. And this card, or this word for you, is key to go on with, and to know that this situation is going to bring you many rewards. It is a key relationship or career or life path situation, and they want you to know that there are so many rewards coming from this. You'll have so many skills, talents and abilities that you're able to bring into the upright position and move forward. I love this reading for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like the video, share it with family and friends. Please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more readings like this. Hi Pile 2, this is your reading if you picked this beautiful shell. This is about your ancestors and what they want you to know at this time. So I'm being really drawn here to focus to sundew. And these are Australian bushflowers. And sundew essence is all about bringing your focus. So it's bringing all of you. So at times we're feeling very scattered and feel like there's not a plan in our lives. Feel like there's, you know, it's all random and things are happening to me and I have no idea what this is. How can I digest it? I feel like there's real digestive issue going on for you. And so it may be that your physical digestion is being compromised at the moment, is the word that I'm being told. And I feel like it's because your thoughts around how your life is progressing, this is what your ancestors want you to know, is that your thoughts around the way life is progressing for you are creating a problem in your digestive system. So let's see what else we've got here. And I want to go to Desert Rose, which is the word courage. And so there's a lot of pink here. It's sort of pinky purpley colour, and it's very similar to the surrender card. So I'm really being drawn to the two top cards as well. So I'm going to incorporate those here. So you're being asked to have courage because I feel like you're possibly going through a little bit of a health challenge physically. And what they want you to know is that your health challenge is based around the way you're thinking about your life. My stomach feels really kind of not great at the moment, and I really want to pick up this surrender card too. So these cards feel very linked to me. Your ancestors want you to know that it's time to surrender. Oh, my head is spinning as I'm picking this up. So perhaps you have a real resistance to surrendering. I can release my need to control. So I'm feeling like for some of you, this will be constipation. For others, it'll be diarrhea. For others, it will be, stomach sensitivities. So you may be noticing that you can't eat certain foods or that they upset your stomach, whatever it is. So I'm not saying that there's not a physical aspect to this, but I feel like the physical aspect is being caused by your need to control. And that's why your ancestors want you to know these things. They want you to understand that your way of being in the world is creating these health situations for you. It's creating these blocks. It's creating these uncomfortable sensations and ways of being. So here we have abundance. And if abundance was in the upright position, it says, I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. And so we need to focus on this card solely for a moment, because this is accurate when it's reversed and when it's upright. In the abundance, in the upright position, it's all about you bringing in positivity into your life and manifesting whatever it is you really want. And it's also talking about your physical reality. So I really want you to understand that for you, whatever is going on, you're feeling it very much in a physical way. And your whatever health challenges you are being that are coming up in your life at the moment have a spiritual and a very mental aspect to them. Now, when we turn this into the other position, you are still manifesting, but you are manifesting your fears. You are manifesting the things you do not want. And your spirit and ancestors want you to know that in no certain terms, that at the moment you are currently bringing in all of the things into your life that you do not want. So a really hard message to be given today, but they want you to know this out of love, because they want you to know that what you're creating is harming your body. So the message, while it doesn't sound like a wonderful, soft, gentle message, it's being given with love. Now, envy, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Now, I feel like you're looking over, people's fences and seeing, or looking into people's lives, or looking on social media, or whatever it is that you're doing, but you're seeing others and you're seeing their life as being better than yours. You're perhaps seeing your health challenges as, burdens that you have to carry. But what your ancestors want you to know, and the message that I wrote down for this group 2, is tolerance and patience. They want you to have tolerance and patience, because while you're not seeing what it is you want to in your world, which is you're actually creating it yourself through your inability to see how things can be better. And you're manifesting in your life, and you are a very good manifester, even if you don't know that and you don't understand that. You're manifesting physical health challenges because you need to, have a fork put in the road. You need to have your attention drawn to something. However it is manifesting for you, whatever it is you're manifesting in your physical body, that is your body talking to you. It's your higher self talking to you. It's your spirit guides and your ancestors all trying to give you a message. And here I'm drawn to dear spirit. So if we look at dear spirit, it's about bringing a gentle touch, but this is in the reverse position for you. So I feel like you're being really heavy-handed with yourself and with your health. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you may not be taking care of the things that you need to be taken care of. You may be thinking that, let's say you've had a diagnosis of, you have an intolerance to a certain thing, that you may think, oh, well, I know that I have the intolerance, but I'll just have it, a little bit won't hurt. You need to bring a gentle touch to yourself, and the gentle touch is you being kind to yourself, and that's looking after yourself and being gentle, in this beautiful dear spirit with those beautiful eyes. It's about looking at yourself with love and having some patience and tolerance, because your way of seeing this health challenge will change over time. But at the moment, it is a challenge. And Koala Spirit is come in today to tell you that Spirit has a plan for you. You may end up seeing whatever this health challenge as something that changed your entire life. It allowed you to see gifts that you wouldn't have been aware of if you'd blindly gone on the way that, or the path that you are currently going on. And this card here speaks of that too. It's telling you that there is more joy to be had here from the lessons that you are going to learn. So we're bringing in some new cards here to help us explain. And we have Inner Wisdom with Mother Gaia. And we have Reflection and the word Winter and Rhodonite. Now on the left here we have Inner Wisdom, and I feel like you're being led to your inner wisdom. So the koala here, Koala Spirit, was talking about Spirit having a plan. And if I go back to this object that you chose here, it's very much in on itself. There's sacred geometry in this shell, but there is leading yourself back to the center or back to your inner wisdom. I feel like this card here is all about reflection and going within. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, want you to know that whatever this health challenge is, you are being guided to go within, to look at your inner wisdom, to go into a period of reflection, and to allow yourself to go into sort of the deep, dark places, knowing that you're safe, knowing that, there is a plan for you. You are safe. You call in your divine team, your spiritual guides, your animal guides, whoever it is you want to call on, your angels. It is safe to look within. It is safe to have this deep inner knowing about who you are and allow the light to come into the shadow parts of you. There is a lot of wisdom within you, and it's about bringing that into the light. Now, your ancestors also wanted to bring some more messages through, and so we're going to use a couple more cards to bring in some more messages. So Vervain has got some beautiful honey dripping in the front there, a bit of honeycomb. And we also have the hair at the back while the plant is flowering in the center, and there's some berries too. So I feel like while you are entering a period of perhaps, rest and recuperation, there is a lot of growth. There is a lot of sweetness and opportunities to be had. The hair feels like it's ready to move. And so I feel like after a period of rest, you will be ready to move. You'll be ready to move forward. And it's about surrendering to that and not being envious about other people, and bringing your focus completely in onto your health and whatever it is that you're being challenged with at the moment. And we have Ivy here, and Ivy was reversed. And what I'm being drawn to here is that real deep green. So lots of deep healing going on for you at the moment. And as it's reversed, it's talking about how the healing that you're undergoing can take a lot longer if you choose to be envious of others and to not realize that you're manifesting these healing challenges. Not completely. I'm not here to tell you that, or your ancestors are not telling you that, you're doing this to yourself. But they are at the same time. They want you to know that there is an element of this that you are in control of, that you are putting your focus on the wrong things. And when you bring all your awareness in and you focus on your abundance and your surrender, then you'll bring in this joy, and you'll realize that there is a plan, and you'll realize that your inner wisdom and these deep, dark places that you may be being taken to at the moment, you're not alone. Your spirit world, your divine helpers, your ancestors are walking with you. And they want you to know that. And I felt like a big shiver go down my spine or down my back when I said that. They want you to know that they are walking with you. Acknowledge them there and see where that goes for you. Some deep messages of healing here for you. If you've enjoyed this reading, please like the video. For more Pick a Card readings, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Hi Pile 3, this is your reading here from messages from your ancestors with the beautiful, which I can't seem to get in the right light, orange carnelian Merkabah. Place it up there. So the first thing that I really want to call to your attention from your ancestors is the wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings, and I feel like you may have been through a situation recently. It could even be a relationship. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. And here I want you to know that yes, sometimes, they want you to know that sometimes life stings, but there's always method in the madness. There's always a reason. There's always a lesson for us to learn. And the next two cards that are jumping out at me are growth and balance. So whatever this lesson is that you have recently learned or are in the process of learning, similar to Pile 1, growth, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Balance, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And both of these cards have got the most amazing blue. So I feel like you are being taught a real lesson about communication at the moment, whether it is standing up for yourself and communicating clearly, or whether it is voicing your concerns early enough so that you can avoid some situations that may have happened in the past. So that's a very specific message there. So I hope that relates to some of you. But whatever this sting is that you're recently feeling, you are definitely going through a phase of growth. And it is the growth sometimes, like if you think about growing pains that children may have, growing pains are a reminder that you are growing. And while they may feel uncomfortable, your body is sending you that message that you are growing. And sometimes it can be uncomfortable because we don't necessarily fit into the same place that we did before. And I feel that is very much for you, or for most of you. I feel that your ancestors want you to know that you are moving out of wherever it is you feel comfortable in your body. You're actually moving into a whole new phase for you. And at the moment, you may not see it in a very positive light, but they want you to know that that it is actually a really positive light. But I don't want to go to Spider. I want to go to Lion first. So Lion, if you are a Leo, this could be you. If you are a fire sign, it feels like it could be you also, and you've picked the Carnelian, which is also very much of the fire element, and wasp is a very fiery animal as well. So as I'm speaking about that, I'm getting a little bit of a headache. So I feel like if you are not a fire sign and you are listening to this, you may be feeling out of your depth because there's a lot of fire energy coming up. And fire energy is all about transformation. It's all about change. It is burning off the dross so that we can emerge as whatever it is we intended to be when we came to this incarnation. And if you have a look at this wonderful lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Now, it's hard to be generous of spirit when you're working through shit or crap and you don't feel that great. And I completely understand that. But lion spirit is here to let you know that while your ancestors want you to know that this is a crap situation that you're currently going through, and you are going through a healing process at the moment, this green and that Celtic design at the back there, really leaning towards a really sort of deep, energetic healing that you're going through. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera today. Whatever it is that has triggered this, it's about you feeling confident in yourself and knowing that you don't have to make everybody else's life around you a misery. And so that's a pretty harsh thing that I'm telling you there. And what I did for each of the groups is write down some words that were channeled as I was shuffling the cards. And yours is balance and harmony. And so I feel at the moment, while you are out of balance, and we've got the card balance as well, while you are out of balance because of whatever this situation is, your ancestors, your spirit guides, the people who are around you that love you want you to know that this is a period of intense growth for you. It is a period that you're going to come out of, and you will understand all of what's happened. At this point in time, you may not, but they don't want you to walk around in your life and be a miserable person, because you'll only attract more of that type of energy into your world, and that's not who you are. So the next ones I want to be drawn to, or the things that I'm being drawn to, are wedding bush, commitment, and tree, spider, orchid, resolve. So I feel like there's a lot of bright light energy coming in for you around this healing. So both of these cards have got this sort of light green but a lot of white in there, and I feel like you're being told you need to have resolve to go through this healing. I'm also feeling like my solar plexus are feeling really quite weak. So I feel like whatever this is, it's really hit you where it hurts. And so your ancestors want to acknowledge that for you and let you know that they know what you're going through and they're there to support you. And it's about committing to your own health and your own recovery is what I feel like they're telling us at the moment. And then spider spirit, make your dreams real. Now, I feel like whatever the sting is that you're experiencing at the moment, it is so that you understand, and so you delve in a little bit further into what it is you actually really not want or need in the world, what it is you desire to bring into the world. I'm going to turn this little guy upside down because I'm really being drawn to the sort of patterning on the back and the crown, because I feel like this is you working with a situation and making it into your own, weaving your own web and making your dreams real. But you can't do it if you're out of balance, if you're, woe is me, carrying the big, the heavy weights on your shoulders. And I do feel like you are carrying quite a lot of weight on your shoulders. So I'm going to pull another couple of cards to give us some insight into what needs to be done around that. And these make perfect sense for you. So rejuvenation, green tourmaline. So there's a lot of grounding work that needs to be done for you. You need to get out of your head. You need to get out of whatever sort of spite or resentment that you're feeling around this situation. You need to let that go because it's not hurting. The only person that's hurting is you. Your ancestors want you to start planting some new seeds, new thoughts. Make a commitment to working through this situation and making your dreams come true. Feather. So out of the things that are there, I'm being drawn to feather and a cleansing. So the card has black tourmaline on it. So it also has sage smoke. So you may feel like, you need to cleanse your environment and yourself. So what I'm sort of being told is that while you're doing that, I need you to think about whatever this situation or relationship is, with where the sting has got you, where you're feeling really quite hurt at the moment. And I need you to cleanse your environment or yourself and give everything a bit of a spring clean, but to start seeing it in a positive way. So start knowing that sometimes life does sting and I'm going to learn from it. I am growing from this experience. Be generous of spirit and understand that you signed up for this. Your ancestors want you to know that this is all in divine timing. It's all in it's all in your divine plan is what they want you to know. Now I'm bringing 2 more cards in to help us understand this situation even more, or to clarify a bit more. And they're both in the reverse position. And I'm feeling my energy is really low. So I'm understanding that you're feeling low. I understand that you're out of balance, that, you're not feeling harmonious in your body. And so I feel the cleansing is a real need for you. A salt bath with a bit of lavender in it. Buy a bar of lavender soap and use that in the shower. That will help. But you also need to use some bells in the corners of the rooms, some sage, some incense, whatever it is that there's lots of different ways you can cleanse your space. You're really being told to do that because you need to turn these this situation the right way. So we've got heather upside down. And if we look at this situation or this picture here, it shows this real idyllic scene. The bees are happily going about their business. There's a space for everybody and everyone's quite content. At the moment, you're in the reverse of that. So you're feeling very out of sorts. You're feeling like the world has turned upside down for you. And I really get that. And there's nothing wrong with having a good cry in identifying with whatever this situation is for you. But what your ancestors want you to know is that you need to be of generous spirit. And what does that mean? That really means conquering your situation, bringing balance in for you. Because the more that you stay in your stuckness, it doesn't hurt anybody but yourself. And that sounds very harsh, but I am being told what to tell you, and it's not that they want to be harsh to you, but they want you to know that you have the power to pick yourself up. And Poppy again is in the reversed position, and Poppy is talking about new possibilities and new growth. Now you can see that 2 of these poppies are all out, and there are the spent seeds afterwards, but that shows new possibilities, but it's in that real dormant stage at the moment, which is what I feel like you are. You're in a very dormant stage. You feel like you've just gone really, really backwards, but your ancestors want you to know that it's not a test for you. It's not, you're not being tortured. This is something you chose to experience. And there are a lot of lessons for you to learn, and they want you to know that this is an experience that will shape you. This is an experience that will help you make your dreams real. But the only person that's going to do that is you. And so you have to start knowing that. You have to start being the person that turns things around for yourself. And there's a real onus here on yourself. Doesn't mean that they are not supporting you, loving you, and guiding you, because they really are there. But they can't help you when you're down in the dumps. They can't lift your spirits for you. They can perhaps leave messages and signs for you, yes, but it is up to you to lift yourself out of this mire. Your ancestors wanted you to know these messages, and it felt like a message that you needed to hear, perhaps to help you move on. Thanks for joining me today. If you've liked this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe for more videos like this. And hi there, group 4. This is for you. This is your reading. Teddy wants to jump out of my hands with this little teddy. If you picked that. Now, the first thing I want to show you is a word that I channeled for each group, and the word is endurance. So let's see what your spirit family and your ancestors want you to know about endurance at the moment. So I'm really drawn to the chamomile to begin with, and you have a lot of flower cards. So you're obviously working with a really high energy. So the divas of the flower kingdom or the natural world. There's a lot of high vibration, a lot of healing, a lot of heart healing that I can see in these cards. So let's get to understand a little bit more. So your ancestors wanting you to slow down, wanting you to calm down, wanting you to know that there is these beautiful, bright, sunny days ahead. It may be that today is a beautiful, bright, sunny day for you wherever you are. There's a lot of fruit growing on that tree that's hanging down. There are a lot of possibilities. At the moment, I feel like you might be rushing through things and they want you to slow it right down. That's their first message they want you to know. Slow yourself down, whatever it is that you're doing. Now, the next place I'm being called is the top row here. We've got fairy fanflower and its responsibility, and native geranium protection. And there feels like a lot of heart energy around those cards. So it feels like perhaps you are rushing around in your world because you are the main breadwinner or the person that is responsible for your family, or you're taking up that position of responsibility within your family. And your ancestors want you to know that you are protected, but that there is an element of you needing to bring in protection for yourself as you're busily going around and sort of, leaking energy is what they're telling me, that you're leaking energy from your body because you're not doing things in a calm, relaxed way, because you're scattered and so focused on getting whatever it is, the responsibility part done, that you're becoming overwhelmed. I'm feeling quite overwhelmed with this card, and I feel like the burden of your family or whoever it is that you're taking responsibility for, it could be an aged parent, it could be little children, whatever it is for you, there feels like this overbearingness, and I feel like this is why you're being told to slow down. So, and you picked this little teddy bear, which makes me feel like, your inner child is probably not doing a lot of play at the moment. So at the moment, your ancestors want you to know that your heart is becoming a bit weary from this excess responsibility that you're feeling. And they want you to know that you can put it down. Okay, they want you to know that you can put it down. You can share the load with others, whether you have a partner you could share this with, or whether you find ways of collaborating with another person who can share this load with you. Whether you don't have anybody who you feel like you can share the load, your ancestors want you to know that it's time to collaborate with somebody somewhere, so that this work, you can break it up into parts and share this load. It's not as heavy when you're sharing it with somebody else. And if you're in a situation where you don't feel like you can, then ask your ancestors for help there. Ask them for messages. Ask them to show you somebody who, you could actually work with at this time to help this responsibility and this overwhelm be shared for you. Now here they're showing me that you are a very strong person, that you have a lot of fire in you, that you are full of strength and stamina normally. And you may still feel like you are, okay? They're telling me that you would think that you are, because you are so strong. But what they're telling me here is that you are leaking energy, and this is where you need to slow down, have some chamomile tea, have a rest, do some reading, whatever it is. But you are leaking your vital energy, and there's that real sense of vitality here. And I don't want you to hear those words and feel like, oh my goodness, I can't get it back. I have that sense about you that you may go into overwhelm because of what's happening at the moment for you. So your ancestors want you to know that this here can be sorted out quite simply. It might be that you need to do, some energy protection at the start of each day. You may need to just say no to people, okay? So if your children or your loved one who you're caring for ask you to do more and more things, then put some structure around it, okay? Put some structure around how you deliver those things. And it could be that this time during the day is where you look after that person and you give them all the things they need, and then they can look after themselves for a period where you get some rest, where you get some, respite from that. And Buffalo Spirit here, it's telling you that the universe will provide. So I feel really quite emotional when I've picked that card up, because I feel like you're a type of person who doesn't feel like you have someone else to support you. But the universe is definitely telling you that they will provide this extra help for you. So I want you to trust that it's coming. Now, Comfrey here, this card to me is speaking of a lot of healing for you and the person that you might be caring for. There's a lot of light coming in for you. And so what I'm being shown is the bare branches. So whether this is autumn or whether this is winter coming into spring. So there's two time frames there. One is for the northern hemisphere and the other one is for the southern hemisphere. So I feel like spring is going to be a time where this feels like it's lifted for you. And I'm seeing the bones here, down here. So it's kind of like new growth. So as the bones are starting to decompose, new life is coming in. So new growth on the leaves. The end of winter into spring, and perhaps it is into summer. And then for the other hemisphere, so the northern hemisphere, you're coming into your autumn, and this feels like it's very much that period of time. But it's also about this decay. So I want you to understand that as things change, that this decay actually feeds the new growth. And then the last card we have here at this point is Grasshopper Spirit, Take a Leap of Faith. And these two cards here are very linked for you. They're very much about you understanding that while you're carrying some burdens in your life, you are able to let go of them because you need to let go of them. That's a choice that you need to make. And then ask to be supported. And whether that's a challenging thought for you, I'm not sure. So everyone's different. And I want to show you again the word endurance, because this is all about you enduring through this and knowing that, it's a long-term thing. It's not a sprint, is what your ancestors want you to know. Your self-esteem is really going quite well through this, okay? So you're feeling quite good about being this person of responsibility. but we don't want that to be flip into the negative. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And yes, you are a very strong person, but we have here success and it's reversed. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Now, at the moment, with this excess energy that you're expending to others, you may have the tendency, your ancestors want me to tell you that you don't want it to turn into regret, into resentment, and into a martyr sort of energy. So you really want to keep it light and ask for help. And so some more cards for you. Divine Feminine, Black Moonstone and the Moon. We have Initiation, Sacred Sight, and we have Beauty, and then we have the Autumn card there again. So I do feel like autumn is a time where this is going to change. So whether that's the coming autumn for the Northern Hemisphere, or whether that's it's a period of autumn for you. And so what does a period of autumn look like? It's where everything sort of goes, the leaves fall down and they become something new, because they become that beautiful light soil that prepares for something new. I feel like at the moment there's a period of initiation for you happening on a different level. And I think your ancestors want you to know that there's a lot of change happening within your body, is the thing that I'm being told. So all this structure here I feel is being repatterned and restructured for you. And it could be during the moon phases or at night. That's the words that I'm being told. And that they just want you to know this is happening. And so they don't want you to do anything about it. Simply just, for your information. And again, we've got the moon here. So I feel like this is definitely reinforcing this, and the Divine Feminine's coming in. And the Divine Feminine, we've got one less light. The Divine Feminine could help you understand your emotions and feelings around this situation with your family or whatever it is that you're in. This is a message for you of endurance, and how you get through is asking for help, is taking some breaks, is trusting the universe, is knowing that this is a period of growth for you, that you are changing. Keep this strong nature that you have. Allow your inner child to have a play and have endurance. Know that you have the strength and the capabilities to do this. If you've liked this video today, please come back for more. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video. Thanks for watching. Bye.